done it again. It is a new year. We are welcoming 2023. So of course, I wanted to follow up on my video from last week, sharing my goals and what I'm working at, or how I'm thinking through my 2023 goals. So I wanted to follow that up with today's video on what are these goals for the new year? What am I working towards? What am I aiming to accomplish? But before we get started on today's video, I wanted to quickly do an intro. I am Danielle. I run First Gen Money and the Amigas Get Money podcast, really to share and talk about how I'm navigating everything from money, relationships, mental health as a first gen. So welcome, glad that you're here. In this video, we're going to talk about what those goals are. Are you ready to get into it? I have my laptop open just so I can see that I cover everything right. Back to last week's video. I'm being very intentional about where I'm spending my time, my energy in this new year. I am no longer making a list of several goals that are checklists essentially. And you can, again, go back to that video, watch that first, kind of understand how and what prompts I'm using to really focus on what I want for 2023. This is my journal for this year. And I really wrote some of the things that I want to be able to accomplish, some of the things that I'm proud of from the year before. So I would say before you start writing down your goals, again, reflect, go to my last video and check out those prompts to really understand what it is that you want from the new year. With all of that said, I broke down my 2023 goals into the whys behind each category of goals. Once I go into this, you'll understand kind of what I mean, but each section of my goals is now around what freedom it provides me. And I thought that was a different way to categorize my goals, because in the past I had done business goals, career goals, personal goals, but now tying them to my why, it'll constantly be a reminder of exactly why I'm doing what I am doing. I'm gonna go through each of my goals, but I also wanted to show you the vision board that I created. Let's get into the goals. First category is freedom for future me. What does this mean? So the why is the freedom for future me. This is the category where we're talking about money and flexibility that I am affording myself for me 10 months from now, me 10 years from now. So this is just the freedom I'm giving my future self. What mainly falls under these are the money goals, right? So this is how I am providing myself freedom for the future. So let's break it up into the near-term money goals and then the long-term money goals. So near-term, save 12 months of living expenses. Stuff is happening, right? People are getting laid off. Let's just be real with what's going on in the economy. And I want my protection fund, my I have it covered fund, to be pretty hefty. I want to give myself the space to have these challenging things come up and not feel like I'm barely making ends meet. So I want to give myself at least 12 months of a runway. Second goal in this near-term category is save $5,000 for a debt-free, low-cost, because low cost is relative to the person. Low cost wedding. I'm getting married this year. I don't want to spend that much on my wedding. I want to have a wedding. I just don't want to spend that much. And I will be making a video on what's been going on since I've been engaged. But for now, that's one of the goals that I have set. Third goal in the near term is save for the vacations I have coming up in 2023. So there's no specific amount of money. That is still to be determined because I don't really have a full picture of where exactly I'm traveling to. I know there are trips happening, just some details are missing that don't allow me to understand how long, when, where we're going. I just know there are going to be trips and I want to start planning for them. That is something that I have to figure out the number, but it's to be determined. The goal here is obviously to have the sinking funds that I need for these upcoming trips. So I can take them without, stressing about whether I'm gonna hit the rest of my goals this year. Let's talk about the long-term goals in the money freedom for future me section. Max out my 401k contributions. Never done this before, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I've already set the things that need to be set in place to get this in motion. That means the direct deposits from my Fidelity from my paycheck to Fidelity have already been arranged. So this should happen automatically without me thinking about it. And that allows me to really save by paying myself first and then using my paycheck to allocate for the other savings goals that I have. So that one's already been kind of arranged. The max out my HSA contributions. This is also the first time I would do this, and everything has already been set up for this to happen. The good thing about this is that my company actually provides a portion, contributes a portion of those HSA funds. So I really only have to contribute half of that. Third is max out my Roth IRA. This is something I've been doing every year, even in 2022 when I didn't have income for like 5 months, still managed to max out my Roth IRA. And I expect to be able to do this again in 2022. So I still need to set up the direct deposits to go into my Vanguard because I stopped those when I wasn't working. If this goes as planned, by the end of 2023, I will have invested a total of $32,850, which is huge. It's huge, it's a challenge, but I know I can do it. So that is like the concrete freedom for future me goals that I've put in place. Now, next category is freedom to explore. What does this mean? That is my why. The freedom to explore is my why behind the goals that are in this category, but this is where I'm trying new things. And I'm mostly in this category covering my personal hobbies. This is my opportunity to explore my creativity, to try new recipes, to really be okay with like not trying to monetize everything and not making the fun things that I enjoy just be simply like something that needs to give me something else in return. This is that category. So the goals here, 1, take 1 creative writing, acting, or comedy class in 2023. So note how I said 1. I said 1 because I'm not going to stress myself out saying you have to do 1 every 3 months. No, we're gonna do 1 in 2023. And if I enjoy that class, I'm sure I will continue signing up for classes. But let's just start with 1 class because they are also expensive. They're not cheap. So that's gonna be something, that's gonna be 1 goal. And the second one is make a new recipe each month. Let's cook more. Let's cook more. I got a new cookbook for Christmas, Plant You. I'm gonna share a screenshot here of that. But I've already made 2 recipes. Ari and I have already made 2 recipes from this cookbook, simple recipes. Let's keep cooking. I wanna enjoy trying new things, trying food, making food for people. Number 3 is read fiction books. So my goal is to read 12 books this year. 1 book, 1 every month. We're not gonna do 3 at a time. We're gonna do 1 at a time. 1 book every month. And I want to force myself to read more fiction. Let's give myself, and I like fiction. It's not like I'm forcing myself to do something I don't like. I like fiction. I've just always been a self-help, like business type of book reader. But we're going to commit to 2 fiction books this year. Let's do it. It's not I'm gonna enjoy reading them. It's just, I always read to learn. I should read for pleasure. That's kind of where I'm going with this goal. Number 4, okay, this is practicing mi español, hablando, escribiendo, y leyendo. We are gonna practice writing, reading, speaking, because my grandma's always like, I don't even know what words you're saying. So my Spanish has gotten pretty bad, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to be able to not take 20 minutes to read a short Spanish blurb. I'm putting that on my goals for this year. Now, the next one, 5, is again in the language category. I want to tap back into French. I took French in all of my school years, and in college I did it for 1 year, but I gave up because it got hard, essentially. Let's pick it up. I downloaded Duolingo. Let's get some streaks, because I want to have some kind of conversational French. And I will be going to France this year, so we gotta practice the bonjour. Je m'appelle Danielle. Je ne sais pas comment... I don't even know how to say things that I used to say. But that is why it's a goal, because I want to try my hand at skills and things without needing to monetize them. Next category. This is the fun one. Freedom to create. Freedom to create. So in the past, I would have called this my business goals, but I realized that every time I created business goals for First Gen Money, Amigas Get Money, it just always felt like a lot of pressure that I was giving myself by making these business goals be around revenue or just anything that makes money. And don't get me wrong, I do want to make money. I do want to be a content creator who has partnerships and all that stuff. But when I create goals just simply around making money, it loses the fun in it. And I get it. If you don't make money, you're not a business, it's just a hobby. But I think the one thing of 2022, and I shared this on my Instagram, I'll put that post here, is I was very confused about where to take this platform in early to mid 2022. I was very confused, and it stopped me. It took me not creating content to realize I am a content creator first and foremost. I want to continue creating content. I just like to create things. And I was giving myself these goals around my business that were make this amount of money, by coaching, and not feeling like I was fully aligned with those. Whereas with that reset, I really had time to think and know that my passion lies in creating things, in helping someone. And I had to go back to why did I start First Gen Money in 2017? Why? I started it because I wanted to share my journey. I wanted to share my journey so it could help someone else. So it could help someone else who was trying to figure out how to pay off their debt. If, living with your parents was something that should be embarrassing or whatnot. I wanted to just share my experiences. So somebody out there could feel less alone or just relate to it. And I had to tap back into that. I had to remind myself, this is why I created it. So let's bring it back to the content creation. And so that is where these goals will lie. The freedom to create without that pressure to make the money. So what goals are in this? 1, commit to making and creating 1 reel every week. I've been doing it pretty consistently, I think, so far. So this might be just me giving it myself an easy little goal here, but if it does get too easy, because I'm obviously not just gonna make 1 every week, I'm gonna wanna make more. We're gonna make it harder for myself, but I wanted to just commit to 1 reel per week. Number 2, a new YouTube video every single week. I was creating new videos every week in 2021. 2022, I took that pause to reset, and I'm committing to more videos in 2023. Let's do it. Okay, well, let me finish these goals and then I'll talk more about this. But number 3 is start creating just fun TikTok videos. Nothing serious, let's just experiment with my short form content creation. So those are my freedom to create. freedom to create goals. And you'll notice I didn't like strictly say like 200 videos. No, one every week. We know that's like 52 videos. Those are clear numbers that we know. With the TikTok, it's really just about practicing how to create short form videos. And I want the freedom to just be a content creator and not have to think about what I am doing to bring in revenue. So those are the goal categories that I have: freedom to create, freedom for future me, and freedom to explore. That's kind of how I broke it down. I don't know, does that mean that my word of the year is freedom? Switch it over to Canva to show you all what I am doing for my vision board. So let me pull that up. Okay, now we're on Canva and I want to show you all the vision board that I created. So I created it first in this format, and then I transferred it over to a PDF so I could print it out. I haven't printed it out yet, but I will be. So let's zoom in. And again, how do I make this bigger? It just feels so small. Okay, so let's start from the top. Big photo of the YouTube plaque. Yes, we are gonna hit 100K of you. We're going to. Is it gonna happen in 2023? You know, we can believe, we can have a stretch goal. That is our stretch goal. There you have the reading. We're gonna do some reading. We have the Plant You cookbook. We actually have the photo of the actual cookbook. And we're gonna make more. We're gonna make more content that we like. We're gonna make more recipes. The make more just means so much. We have the creativity here, creativity to create, creativity for, you know, my hobbies in life, exploring that side of myself. All right, let's keep going down. All right, so then we have here a wedding venue that I actually reached out to. I'm getting married in 2023. That's happening. And I want to have a ceremony outdoors. So this is a photo of an outdoor ceremony. This is us. This isn't a picture of us, but these are two people who are getting married, and that's going to happen. And then I have a photo of a vacation home. This is an Airbnb home. Somewhere I want to have my 30th / bachelorette event. So that's on here because I want to do that. This year, I want to go all out. Express yourself. We're gonna get comfortable just being ourselves. Connection. We are gonna have stronger connections and relationships with our friends, with our family in this new year. All right, we scroll down. We have another vacation spot, another place that we are potentially going in 2023 to be determined. But that's on here just as a most likely. Then we have a mic and a stage because we're going to either do an acting or a comedy class. We're going to improve our confidence. I think that being next to it is just like, maybe those two will help my confidence grow. Okay, we have express myself here next to the journaling, continuing to have a journaling practice, maybe with more prompts and have it be a little more formal. Then we have somebody on a hike in a tent. We're gonna have experiences over physical things. I found myself asking a lot in like the last month of the year, you know, do I want this over a vacation that I want to take? Because at the end of the day, we can't have it all. We can't have it all. So there's going to be some things that we just like don't have yet, but that we're working towards. So let's prioritize the experiences for now. Then I have a photo of the We All Grow Summit. I bought tickets for it in 2022. Ended up not being able to go, but we're going this year. We're going. And I also have a stage because you don't know what, we'll see where I am in September. Speak more Spanish, that is a actual goal. I have volunteer here, volunteering, and I have like a minimalist zero waste photo here because I want to volunteer more for environmental causes that matter to me. So that's on here. That is my vision board. If you wanted to create your own, Canva is free. You could do it this way. Of course, I know that cutting out the arts and crafts aspect of vision boards is so much fun and I love doing it. I just don't have magazines anymore and I am not buying magazines just to cut them out. I'm not gonna do that. Not this year at least. But essentially you would just create a design. You can, you know, do a regular doc, normal size so you can print it out and oh, no, this is not it. You can create a design, you can use a normal PDF format, and you can type vision board. It gives you templates, or you can literally just put photos on it. So you can search like, well, these are my uploads, but you can search beach. And if that's something you want to do, you put that on here. You know, like, I think Canva makes it easy to just create it on your own. There you have it. That is really what I am working towards this year. I'm excited to tackle these goals. I'm excited for these goals because of their whys, because of what it's allowing me to do now or for the future. I'm curious to hear what you're working on this year and excited to just like tackle our goals together. Let's talk about them. I will be sharing monthly progress towards my goals. I aim to be more transparent about like how these are actually going throughout the year. So it's not just like a yearly wrap up. There you have it. This month coming up, we have some exciting new videos. We have an apartment tour as well as apartment cost breakdown. There is a why you need to start investing in the new year video coming up. So I hope you subscribe if you don't already, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.